Hey everyone, welcome to the Free For All podcast, your source for all things geek. I'm one of your hosts, Josh Barnett, alongside the poopy Trey Elliott.
Yo.
Chuck Nally, I got no funny words.
You better give me some sort of...
The oldie
Blowjob?
Chuck Nally.
all of that.
And the missing Evan Swafford. Still missing. One day we'll find him again.
Like love?
He's like our own personal Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Oh, dude, too soon.
No, it's not.
Too soon.
It's been the right amount of time.
I was going to say it last week, and then I realized it needed just one more week.
Jean-Benet Ramsey back on the table as far as joking is concerned, ladies and gentlemen.
That's terrible, Josh.
I said
You're going to hell.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah, no,
regardless
I mean,
of that
we are.
joke.
All of
Yeah.
us are.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're all heathens.
How you spelled Joan?
That may be where Evan is right now, to be honest with you. I mean, he's been missing for quite some time.
No, he's in the trunk of Kristen's car.
Oh, shit.
He barely fits.
I was
He's
gonna
a
say,
big dude.
How
Have
many
you not
trunks?
noticed it riding low?
Is it just been on two wheels for the rest?
Yeah, it's a wheelie
Okay.
car.
A
I just
wheelie
thought
car?
Kristen was getting in touch with her inner gangster. She had her Honda Accord or whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Nice work.
I know what's up. I know
Good
cars.
job, Trey.
I know about cars.
How's your week been?
It's been all right. It's been
Yeah?
weird,
Did you bring
actually.
any of those gross bugs back with you?
Nope.
You sure?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Wait, what happened?
So this past weekend, my dad's side of the family did their annual trip to Gatlinburg. We always get a cabin up there every January.
Yeah, I'm always jealous, too. Can I come one time
Sure.
with
I'll
your
just-
family to the cabin?
Yeah, why
Can
not?
I also show up there?
No, I don't like you. Oh
I'm
man,
gonna cry.
he's fine.
I'm like legitimately cry.
But anyways, yeah, it's always a good time. We were gonna go ride that.
Pony.
Yep.
That pony.
It turns out I'm related to Genuine, so.
Yeah.
Uh,
Have we been disconnected?
I don't know. Regardless, though, we're gonna go ride like the Alpine coaster and do all that. We did do a Magic Quest, which I can talk about here in a minute, but cause that's sort of a game. Man, I should save that for the.
Yeah,
review. It is
at Gatlinburg. Yeah, I've done that.
interactive
It's
video game.
the Harry
Yeah.
Potter kind of.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool.
Anyways,
What?
Harry Potter?
I would actually do it twice because I wouldn't complete all of them, but
I think we did.
we only had an hour, so we couldn't quite get through everything. But regardless, we got there on Friday morning, and then Friday night, went to go to bed, and there were a lot of bugs in said bed. I believe they call them bed bugs.
Did you see them?
Yeah,
What do they look like?
like little tiny fleas, kind of. But there were
I mean,
a lot
fleas
of
are
them.
pretty tiny.
Or ticks. I don't know. Trust me, they were bed bugs because the dude, like the exterminator, came out because we called the cabin and we were like, "What the fuck?" And they came out and confirmed they were bed bugs, and we got a full refund for the weekend, and everyone had to pack up.
Wow.
And head out. So
Wow.
vacation got cut short. It was kind of a bummer, but like I said, we did go to Magic Quest, which was pretty cool. For those of you who have not been to Pigeon Forge, you get a real life magic wand.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Yeah, they give you these like different quests, and you have to like go around.
There's clues.
The whole building, yeah.
You gotta like throw your wand at it, and then things open up, or
Yeah, you
like,
like, open
things
up
happen.
like chests to find stuff, and you like different clues and shit to like lead you to different places. It's almost like a scavenger hunt, but with a magic wand. And
Ooh.
the cool part is you get to keep like Lane kept his magic wand, and the next time we go, it like saves his progress,
Oh shit.
so we can go and like do more quests and all kinds of shit. And there's like a little dueling station where you can like battle other people with your magic wand.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Trey likes the
Also-
deucing station.
There's also a mirror maze in there that
Yeah.
I've never done a mirror maze, weirdly enough. in
Man,
my life.
really?
Did you go and do it?
It was horrifying.
It was me everywhere.
There was what like we were because we did all this stuff too. The glow in the dark putt that's in there, all
Yeah,
of it.
the glow in the dark putt was
It
kind
was
of lame.
It was very lame.
And then the laser thing was super lame.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh my god, it's so dumb. It's like 3 seconds, like of like walking through this room with lasers, and then you get a score. I didn't
Yeah.
get the best score though.
You know
There's
who?
that.
You know who got the best score on ours? Freeman.
Oh, 'cause he's
And-
tiny.
Well, he just like ran through the whole thing. We were all taking time and like trying to like squeeze through and all that stuff, and he
Yep.
just went "Nyong," like right to the end, and he got the best score.
Yeah, because it's so quick. He didn't
Yeah.
matter how many penalties he got.
Uh huh.
No, but that mirror maze, man, like it was really cool. Like I said, I'd never actually done one, so that was neat. But I had Lane with me, and Lane kept trying to like fucking run off. He was like, "Oh, I think I know how to go this way." And if you lose somebody in that thing, you will never find them again.
Do you know what's funny? Like when we did that, I was like, what is going on with this wall? And it was like a person-sized crack. Somebody face planted into that thing, and it was. I mean, you could see like almost like arms and like a spot where their face hit.
It's like
Oh, I
Wile E.
bet.
Coyote.
It's awesome.
They
That's
make
why
a
you
big
do
deal.
this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they make a big deal about telling you to keep your hands like in front of you at all times, so that
Yeah,
you don't.
did you guys get the little
Yeah,
gloves
you
and
have, you have
stuff?
gloves too. Yeah.
So was it moving by chance?
No, it wasn't moving,
Okay.
but it was pretty long. I mean, it took us a good probably 15, 20 minutes to get through the whole thing.
Was the mirror maze moving?
Yeah, the only time I've ever been on one, like I've ever done a mirror maze before, was in like Boston, and it was like basically a giant circular maze, and it was spinning the entire time. It was.
You
fucking
sure you weren't
awesome.
just drunk in like
No, I'm quite sure that
a glass
like
store?
9-year-old Josh was not just drunk in a glass store. Although
10-year-old Josh, however,
Dude.
that guy fucked.
constantly
Woo!
drunk.
That guy fucked.
That's not true.
That's
Total
that's
boozer.
100% not true. He didn't fuck at all.
I bet you played a lot of video games though.
Lots of them.
Including Leisure Suit Larry, and so he kind of fucked. No Leisure Suit Larry. Not
I
a
mean, I
fan?
know what it is. I was just waiting for the punchline.
Now you know how it feels.
Yeah, I know. It's
You
like
asshole.
I'm cool with it happening to me. Like once for every 100 times it happens to you. No, that's how often.
So video games.
Eh,
Okay, fine. Let's talk more about your amazing magical quest. Stop eating candy.
I just ate one. I couldn't help it. They're right here in front of me.
He's gonna shit
Magic
his pants.
Quest.
Magia.
That's not
What?
magical.
No, it sounded fucking kind of magical. Magical.
Magical.
Oh, it's so magical.
Kind of magical, guys.
Magic.
I hate you. Yeah, video games. You guys been playing any?
Not really.
Par for the course. That's not true. Me and you played a game together.
We did.
Together.
What'd you play?
We played Halo Wars 2, the Blitz beta.
Well, we're gonna get to that in a second, but first I want to hear about this '80s wrestling mania.
Hey, it's a mobile game. Wow. Way
Got
to
him.
We set them up and you knock them down, Josh.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Oh, thanks for taking that segue, but fuck you.
I mean, we're talking about mobile games first. We always do.
Why did you add? What was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Fuck
Fuck you.
that.
That's how I do.
Okay, so there's a game called 80s Mania Wrestling. It is a cross between just incredible stereotypes and puns of the 80s. For instance, Mr. or Dr. B is Mr. T. He looks just like him. Let's see, there was a Big Boss Jr., who is Boss Hogg. He's one of the managers. But then they also have it's stereotypical like graphics from the old NES wrestling game. They even have Star Boy instead of Star Man. Anybody that's ever played that old NES wrestling game will know exactly what I'm talking about. He had the back brain kick. It's powerful. So anyway, it's a card-based game. You don't actually wrestle. You're managing events at venues to try to get money, stars, more viewers,
Hose.
pimps, pimps and hoes, etc. But yeah, I mean it's pretty fun. It's very, very simplistic. If you've ever played those old 80s wrestling games or watched any WWE, the most expensive person to buy in the game is the guy who looks just like Hulk Hogan. I can't remember what his fucking name is, but I just got the Annihilator was the
Yeah,
Terminator.
basically the Terminator.
And who's the other person I got? Come on, Josh.
Remember.
Is
do
that when you
it.
scream at yourself every day?
Yeah.
Just
wake
staring at the mirror.
I just wake up in the morning. I
Remember.
don't even get out of bed. I'm not looking at the mirror. I'm just staring up at the ceiling, just like, no.
You're like a fatter, untattooed memento.
Actually, when I wake up in the morning, I don't remember anything. Like, I don't remember my name. I don't know where I'm at, and then I just have to scream, remember it myself a few
Oh,
times.
okay. And Brittany's there, and he's like,
Yeah, some
"Oh,
of
is
the-
this still a thing?"
Some of the basic details come back.
Oh, what a dick. He brought it back.
Yeah. See, that's the key.
That doesn't make him a dick. That makes him smart.
You bought some goblin thing?
That was the other. Oh, it was Vigo.
Yeah,
from
yeah, Vigo. Yeah, yeah.
Ghostbusters. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It just came out this year too, so it'll count towards next year's games. Not
Well,
this
there you
year's.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's kind of like a Football Manager, but for wrestling.
80s,
In a way,
like
yeah.
over the top stereotype
Yeah, kind of cool.
caricatures.
Totally something that I could just fuck around with for a while, I'm sure, and have.
Yeah,
some
you
fun
can set
with.
up,
Just-
a couple of months worth of events while you're taking a deuce, or in Trey's case, like, a few hundred.
Where it's actually called 3000's Amazing Fast Future Wrestling. That was bad.
Yep.
That was a long sentence.
It was very
Karma's
bad.
a bitch, isn't it, Josh?
Real bad.
Karma's a bitch.
You took a long shit. That's what we're talking about.
I did. Sometimes shit's long.
Also, sometimes karma is a chameleon. It comes and it goes.
So it does. So it does.
How was Halo Wars 2?
You sure you want me to talk about it?
Absolutely.
All right.
I don't give a fuck about that shit. So let's talk about watching.
No, it was good. So this was a beta for a very specific multiplayer mode in the game called Blitz, which, unlike the normal version of the game, you basically are playing with a deck of cards. So the game mode that we played, and I assume like the Blitz part of it is both the style of the map and the way that you gather troops. So the style of the map's got 3
Well,
capture
also
points.
the very constrictive time.
Yeah, so yeah, you have a time limit. It's like 12 minutes, right?
Yeah, it counts down from 12.
So yeah, you have a 12-minute time frame. You have 3 points on the map, A, B, and C, and basically you earn points anytime you control 2 or more points on the map, and you capture points by just normal standard video game rules. So if you only have 1 point, if you have no points, you're not scoring any points. First to 200, or the person with the highest score at the end of the 12 minutes wins the game. But the way that you are basically getting your troops is you build a deck, and then that deck, you get 4 cards out of that deck, and those cards cost a certain amount of energy that you get either over the course of time, or they're like energy drops that drop into the map, ODST style, basically, that you can go and pick up to kind of get an energy boost. But it's pretty cool. Like you get packs of cards. It's going to be that kind of thing.
You start off with 25 packs of 5.
Yeah, just the
so
beta. You get
heads up.
Yeah, you get a shit ton of cards.
Okay.
You can build your own decks. There's like different leaders. 6 or 7 leaders, I think there was.
I think there were 6. I think there's 3 Covenant and 3 humans.
But then each of those leaders you can build up to 3 decks for. So there's a lot.
I thought
of
that was a cool.
customization.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool idea because each deck has like powers and different troop types, and depending on the troop types, like you can make an entire common box of 12. That's how many that you get.
Right.
And it doesn't cost very many. You know what? We should have thought about something like that to where we can constantly crank out guys.
Yeah, just
and then
smaller, cheap troops.
for
But
one of us, and then the other one has like heavy hitters and powers and stuff. Because
Yeah.
the powers are like fucking devastating. Did you see that Glasser thing that I did? It's just
Yeah.
like a.
Oh, you
a-
blast a planet?
Well, I glassed a bunch of dudes.
That's definitely it. That's it right there. Shut it down.
oh
go-
shit!
Well, I
I
glassed a bunch of dudes. I was more referring to Hunt the Truth, the Halo podcast. They talked about glassing planets. That
Well, I
was,
mean the whole thing, like the Covenant, they'll attack and then they'll shoot a giant plasma beam at a planet to where it just turns into an entire chunk of glass. But
Keep going.
this power, like a huge beam of light, just comes down, and any of those powers are all time based. So it was like 10 seconds worth of just absolute asshole annihilation. I'm sticking with the theme here, folks.
Yeah, no, it was
I annihilated those assholes when I glassed those dudes.
it was pretty cool. You could do 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3. Unfortunately, the 1v1 was locked, it seemed, on the beta, but
Yeah.
we did 1 round of 2v2 and then a couple rounds of the 3v3. I think I like 3v3 better.
I think I do too. If we had another person
Yeah,
that
if
could
you-
play with us, or we could communicate with them,
Yeah, that third guy, we couldn't really say anything to him, so it was a little
Because
bit
if
of
you
a
could-
disadvantage.
if
But
you could control, because you only get points if you control 2 points, 2 of the 3 points that are on that map.
Were you
Um,
guys in a party?
Yeah.
God, in my head, I just envisioned that guy like consistently yelling at you guys, just like, "Hey, hey, help!"
¿Qué pasa?
but like 3v3, you could do 2 people, what you were talking about, one with a bunch of cheap troops for numbers, one with more heavy like troops or vehicles.
And one with powers.
and then one with either powers or like just a third guy to like sit on point C.
Yeah.
Like just all he's doing is putting guys onto point C constantly. So we hold that all the time, and then the other two of us hold point B.
Yeah.
We're good to go. Or point A, either one.
There's a lot of strategy in that mode for as fast and as easy to pick up and play as it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it
it's
sounds
super
like
quick.
it sounds like any first-person shooter's like territories mode, basically, only as a RTS.
Yeah, something along those lines. It's
Which is
a,
cool. I mean,
yeah.
that's kind of the most popular Call of Duty map type sometimes. Like,
I typically like that mode in most FPSs, but
yeah,
It is
Halo
not- it is
has
cool that
its own
it's-
version of it. Yeah.
yeah, it's cool that it's with that RTS. It also made me realize how much I miss playing RTS games. So I'm really stoked to play the campaign on this game.
I
Yeah,
used to love RTSs.
You should get a computer and play Civ, or come over and play Civ on my computer.
Either way, the first option is probably not happening, but I might take you up on the second. I've played Civ in the past. Civ 4, I think, was the last one I played on a actual PC when I lived with Thomas. He had a really nice PC, so I just bought the game.
Okay.
And then of course I played a little bit of Civ Rev, and I played Halo Wars 1.
Oh, Civ Rev is awesome.
But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to like sitting down and going through the whole campaign in that game. The first one I beat in one sitting, so I'll probably not do that with this one, but
Yeah, this one seems like it's a bit more robust.
I'm hoping so.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you guys like it. I respected what the first one did, but it wasn't my. I like RTSs a lot, but it has to be on a computer.
The nice part is I'll have this digital, so if you want to try it before you buy it, kind of thing, Josh, you'll be able to.
I would like to do that for sure. You guys played another beta alpha thing or whatever, which is For Honor. Or
Well, we
did you?
wanted
No,
to.
we didn't.
Aw, snap! Setup.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Way to, your
Yeah.
acting abilities are profundo, as they say in soccer.
They believed me.
Sure they did.
Yeah, so that's what we were gonna do instead of Halo Wars 2 the other night, but yeah, I finally figured out that I had the beta. Ubisoft did not bother to tell me that because I was in the alpha, that I had access to the beta without having to worry about anything.
I think this whole beta thing has been fucked from the beginning because I signed up as soon as they announced as soon as they put that website up, E3 to go sign up for the alpha and the beta. I
Right.
signed up for it. I haven't gotten an email since.
The alpha I only got because of conference this past year.
See, that's
I
fucked up.
had to personally sign up for it. But yeah, like I said, I didn't know I had the beta, so
They didn't send me a key for it. I signed back in on Wednesday and asked for another key. I didn't get that. The only way I got in at all to download it was because friend of the podcast, Lee, gave me his code because he wasn't going to be able to use it.
Yeah.
And then Sunday comes along. And fuck those guys. The server's down for maintenance on a beta weekend.
yeah, it seems like an odd time to do to schedule maintenance.
I mean, they were probably trying to fix coding in general in the beta before it ended. But yeah, that's weird. I mean, Ubisoft normally does much better betas. Like both Steep betas that they ran were fucking great. I thought I had signed up for the Injustice 2 beta that was going on last weekend.
Oh, if
Turns
you didn't
out-
do that quick, it was gone
Yeah.
in a hurry.
Turns out I
Yep.
was just confused as to what I signed up for because I actually
It was
signed
like
up for
less
the Ghost
than
Recon
12
beta.
hours.
Yeah, I ended up signing up for Ghost Recon. So hopefully
probably-
when that goes live.
They'll probably open Injustice back up.
I hope. I watched a little video of that, and that game looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm
so
looking forward to
fucking
playing
stoked
it.
for that. But that's disappointing. The little bit I played of For Honor, I really liked when you had the alpha beforehand.
I really wanted to play it because this is going to determine whether or not I got it, and now I have no idea.
Well, Trey's 100% getting it, right?
yes,
It would be cool to run 4v4.
and this is not one I get for free. I'm paying for this one. That's how much I like it.
Yeah,
All
I
over here.
still don't know.
I mean, it does take a lot. Like I get enough free games. It takes a lot for me to spend money on one.
That's fair. Yeah, I plan on getting it too, probably. It would be cool to run 4v4. I thought about it the other day. We're most likely going to be doing Xbox for Ghost Recon, aren't we?
I don't know that I'm getting that game.
Oh, really?
It's possible, but I've not loved what I've seen personally.
I
Well,
mean,
there'll
I
be a
didn't
beta for
either,
that,
but
too.
yeah, I'm hoping the beta
I
finds
have.
me. So
I've liked it quite a bit so far.
cool. Just a few more games though that we got to talk about. Chuck, you finally played a little bit of Watch Dogs 2, and I finished it. Actually, got the platinum trophy, and then deleted it because I need hard drive space very, very badly.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it out this week, but I
Yeah.
really did not think about trying to play it today before the show,
Man,
and I wouldn't have got much of it in. So
go ahead, real quick.
Real quick, I only played maybe an hour to 2 hours of it. You know what? Go ahead and talk about it. There's something going on upstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so for me personally, I think this is a significantly better version of the game than what they released a few years ago with the first one.
That seems to be the general consensus.
Moving around the world is much more fun. Their version, it's the best Ubisoft has ever been with their version of parkour. Like, far better than Assassin's Creed has ever been. You can't just climb up any wall, but moving around that world and getting over small obstacles and things like that feels much more fluid. It looks cool. The thing that I most appreciate about this game, which we didn't have in the first one, is like they chose an aesthetic style and they nail it. Like they were like, we're gonna do this. This is the type of game we're gonna be. It's gonna be bright, fun, techie, goofy shit, and they just the whole way through. Like as you're setting up the final mission, spoilers, I guess, but you play as the other characters for the first time in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But like even the loading screens are like it's like you're seeing the hand of the person you're gonna take over, basically, like kind of from behind. But the background is all the DedSec logo stuff floating around. Like it's all so steeped heavily in that DedSec stuff that if you like what they do with the DedSec brand, it turns out to be really cool. I loved the characters. They definitely take some getting used to. They're goofy. A lot of people hate them, but for me, like I think it fit the aesthetic of that world, which is the best part of that world, incredibly well.
See, to me, that was absolutely my least favorite part. It was just so over the top, stereotype, like in your face. If you wanted to do something like that, look at Mr. Robot. It's a group full of hackers that aren't like in your face stereotype characterizations of hackers.
But see, and I guess I get that, but that's what we were just talking about is like what they chose for their aesthetic and what they chose for the way they were going to tackle that. I think it fit really well for the game world. Like if you think about what Watch Dogs 1 was, it was another brown and gray game, incredibly bleak. There was no vibrancy to the world, really. Like, there's a reason my favorite parts of that first game were going into the augmented reality stuff and like doing the spider tank thing or whatever, which made it come back later in this game as well. But like it was the most alive that world felt, whereas this one, like it always felt alive, and I think that they did a really good job. They actually tie in a lot of stuff. Like I know everybody like makes fun of Wrench, the guy who has the mask, the LED mask,
Dead Mouse.
Yeah.
But
like they tie in like his sincere like insecurities. If you listen to any of the audio logs, like you can find throughout the hackerspace or through the base basically that you're in, Horatio, who's the other black guy,
Sands?
Yes. He basically does SNL Funny Man, Horatio Sands basically does a breakdown of like all the characters that are in DedSec. And what he talks about with Wrench was like, I mean, he goes into like yes.
I'm sorry. I just keep thinking of now Horatio SNL Funny Man Horatio Sands alongside character actress Margot Martindale.
Oh, the best buddy cop movie of all time.
Oh, that's funny.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Keep going.
No, it's okay. But like he talks about what is clearly probably some deep-seated insecurities and like hiding behind the mask. And there's a mission late in that game where he is kidnapped and basically beaten up, and they take his mask, and like it is a legitimate thing for you to like track it down for him. Like it is part, like, kind of like a part of him, and they do it in a way that's surprisingly poignant. Like again, it's a character moment that maybe you don't expect in that game with what they had shown it to be to begin with, but it ended up being really cool. And man, one of the last missions in that game is absolutely in my top 3 moments of the year. Like it was the coolest thing you do in that game.
This was probably the game that I'm like most upset I have not even played a minute of.
Time into.
Yeah, I mean there are some other games that I'm wished I could get through before we do awards, but like this is one I'll be upset if I don't at least play a few hours of it before we start awards.
For me, it's just that it felt so much better, and the inclusion of all the RC stuff. Like, have you gotten to the point where you at least get the RC copter and the or the quadcopter and the RC
No,
car?
I got to the point where I don't like the sticky cover either, and that's just kind of an aside. It's too sticky, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, it feels
By
like
sticky cover, do you mean like
Uncharted style?
Gears
of War, pop and lock.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to initiate going into it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a button press cover.
I'm
system.
fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with
But
that as long
it
as it's
just
not
felt
like where
too
you
sticky.
when you what is it? It's Quantum Break, right? From this past year,
Yes.
where when you get close to something that you can take cover
Yeah.
by, it just automatically puts you into cover.
And it
That
didn't
is
work.
some bullshit.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
like
one of
it.
my least favorite part about that game. But anyway,
But anyway, yeah, the part I got to was after you break into that big database thing and you leave and you wake up in your underwear and you got to go buy clothes. Like that's
that's
more
it.
or less.
Okay.
Like I said, it's literally like an hour or two. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, it depends on how you're gonna want to play that game.
God, I got killed in that database thing.
Oh, really?
Like everybody fucking found me and like shit, and I couldn't run away. Like I could not run away and distract them at all. I just had to like run, hide in too much sticky, and then shoot them with a electricity bullet, and all they could do was like, huh?
Taser gun. He looked confused.
I mean, it's not really a taser gun because a taser gun, the cords stick to it. This was you shoot them with a bullet and they fall over and go, yeah.
Gotcha.
And it says
wireless
sleep.
taser.
Yes. And it says like sleep on them.
Gotcha.
But like I fucked up that entire mission when I got out. Like, wow, this is really impressive. We need to recruit this guy. And I'm like, why?
You don't want me.
But you guys are desperate.
Better it would have been if the game was just like, nah, fuck you, bro.
Game over. Congrats.
That would have been awesome.
Just delete your hard drive. Start smoking.
No.
Just like, Jesus, you suck.
My mom's gonna be so mad.
For me, it was one of those things. Like I tried to play that game as non-lethally as possible for a lot of it. So it was more about trying to actually use the hacking for stealth and, going from camera to camera, moving your RC car, your jumper around as they call it. The game does give you a lot of freedom on how to play. I felt like the hacking was much more intuitive this time, aside from just jumping from camera to camera, which you certainly do that a lot still. But you could do a lot more within it. So I really, really enjoyed it. It's top 10 for me for sure. So cool. I'm very glad that I spent the 40 or 50 hours into it that it took to get that platinum.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't do that. But how long do you think it'd take to like mainline it?
20, maybe.
Whew, okay.
15,
I was hoping
20.
you'd say 12.
I mean,
you were hoping he would say
probably
like
could.
4.
Well, I knew I was hoping, but I knew that wasn't possible.
I'll get you an average number.
Okay. You do that with your magical device.
Who's gonna host the show while you're doing all this?
You guys are. Oh wait, we got to talk about Virginia.
Do we have to?
Yeah. Share your thoughts, and then first tell Evan to watch so that he can see what the truth sounds like.
Does he enjoy this game?
Yes.
If he says I find the story intriguing, I'm gonna punch him in the neck.
Welcome to my life of just constantly having a love-hate relationship with Evan based on the story of bullshit.
Everything is intriguing, according to Evan. Spoiler alert.
Virginia is the dead of summer of video games.
This game sucks, man. It sucks. I love walking sims. I really do. One of my favorite games that came out last year was Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I fucking love that game. I just
18 hours.
Enjoy walking sims, being able to take in the environment, enjoy everything, pick stuff up, read notes, listen to audio logs, listen to music. Typically, walking simulations have great music, incredible dialogue like Firewatch from last year.
You know what this one doesn't have any of?
That stuff, except for the music.
The music is
I will
spectacular.
give Evan this. The music in Virginia is awesome. It really, really, really is. It's very good. It is not worth dragging myself through the 300 miles of sewage to get to all of the music in that game. This game sucks.
It's
Damn.
so fucking accurate. Like it is.
Now I need to play it just to know.
It is often compared to like.
If you can get past
David
15
Lynch.
minutes, you beat me.
Okay.
It's a lot. It's often compared to like a David Lynch movie. For some reason, I don't know why, because it doesn't have anywhere near the quality. The music is kind of very Twin Peaksy, David Lynch style,
haunting. It reminded me a lot of Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. It really did.
In terms of the music, yes.
Yes.
The style is atrocious. Like I get that it's a low budget studio.
Terrible.
The little beady eyes of those fucking characters just piss me off so bad.
I saw some screenshots. I don't necessarily hate the look of it, but
so the world, like there are moments in that game where I'm like, this kind of feels like Firewatch, not like by playing, but looking at it. Like when you're out and about in the world, like it kind of does look like that. But you play an FBI agent in like the 80s or 90s, I think.
I think it's the 80s.
And you're in a small town of Virginia, and from what I gather, because this story sucks balls. In terms of how it's told. So, like, you're investigating this missing kid. Yes, they do look like me's.
That is fair.
Like, you're investigating this missing child, but I think you're also doing an internal affairs investigation on your partner.
Who the fuck knows?
Because I don't really fucking know. The director of the FBI threw a file at you that has your partner in it. You're supposed to infer all of this because there's zero dialogue in the whole fucking game.
Oh, it's not just the part that I walked through. There's no dialogue.
The whole game is silent.
What? How long did it take you to get through this whole
It took
thing?
me 3 sittings to get through the 2 hours of it. I couldn't do it in one sitting.
Oh, and it's only 2 hours?
Yes.
I
Dude,
don't know. Maybe I'll
like,
check it out.
The end of this game refuses to exist. Like, people joke about Return of the King and the 900 endings. This game is the reality of that shit. Like, I kept yelling. They do, like, 5 different fake-out endings in which they show potential futures. Like, at one point, you get locked up with your partner. I don't know how FBI agents get locked up because I don't know what the fuck happens. But somehow you're in opposite jail cells from each other. And it looks like you may decide to turn her in and then, like, continue to be given these files of, like, every single person you meet in the FBI who apparently is all fucking crooked because you just keep turning people in and eventually become the director of the FBI yourself. And then you're back in a fucking jail cell. Why? None of it makes any sense.
You know what will make you feel better?
Taking a break?
But right before we do that, I would like to read the headline of this article that I just saw. New DC comic reinvents Snagglepuss
You're damn right it does.
as gay Southern Gothic playwright.
Please tell me that's not an Onion article.
Nope, that is from comicbookresources.com.
Snagglepuss, the
real
gay
as fuck.
Southern Gothic playwright.
That's
I mean,
correct.
playwright is really the only thing they've added to that character, though.
No, he was. Exit. Stage left even.
I mean, did infer that he wrote plays. It
I
just
think that's
means
what
he
he
was
was.
gay and Southern and Gothic.
I don't
Wait,
think he was any of those
This
things.
line of comics also...
He was incredibly gay. Him and Huckleberry Hound pounded.
It also includes
Huckleberry Hound Pound Town? Oh, Huckleberry Hound's Pound Town is totally an ad.
Yeah, it is. There's also in this line of comics that they're about to do with Hanna-Barbera is also a sci-fi action series called Scooby-Doo Apocalypse and a politically aware Flintstones. That's all it
does that
says is
mean?
politically aware.
Oh,
Hey,
this
there's
is-
some politics over there. Anyway, Barn, let's go bowling.
Does that just mean that, like, all of the dinosaurs that are used for their manual labor, like, fight for laws or for, like, rights and shit?
Yeah.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to find more. Anyways,
They're like, well, it's a living. Now it better be. It's minimum wage. And benefits, motherfucker.
I have to do way more research on this Flintstones comic.
Politically aware Flintstones.
I'll do that while we
just,
take a break.
Just Google search that. But yeah, Virginia, it's bad.
It's bad, Evan, man. I'm sorry, but it's not good. I'm not going to finish that game.
I feel so angry that I finished it because I thought you were going to. I was
No,
also
fuck it.
so
I'm sorry.
afraid you weren't gonna like, or you were gonna like it. That game is poops. It's
No.
Oh,
poops
wow.
and dupes.
That is,
That is epic. That looks like a caricature of the Big Lebowski with
I was gonna say,
Flintstones.
is that also just the John Goodman version of Fred Flintstone?
maybe.
Interesting. We're gonna look into this, and we're gonna take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back here with a little bit of news.